ladies and gentlemen, I know you missed us. We for sure as hell missed you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and everything else under God's given sun. This is The Pulse.
We are so glad that you're back with us because this is The Pulse. This is where sports come alive. It is a great day to be here. It has been way too long. I sat at home doing absolutely nothing for 3 weeks. Couldn't do it anymore. I was so excited to get back into the studio. It was a great time, though, to be home, see family.
Yeah.
Always a good time to get presents and
Had
stuff.
a COVID episode.
COVID episode. Like
Like
in the year 2025.
Little COVID episode, having Zoom calls and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
In the year 2025.
Yeah.
However, because we are back, new year, new semester, brand new episode, and now we have a very special announcement, a new host, my friend, the golf goat himself, Ryan Hoagie Hogan.
Everybody, thank you for having me. Ryan Hogan, Hoagie. It's the year of the horse. It's 2026. It's not 2025 anymore. New things are happening, and I'm here with some beautiful co-hosts, and I'm looking forward to talking sports with you boys.
It's going to be such a great time. I mean, we already had so much fun last semester. It's going to be just amplified now with Hoagie here. We missed a lot over the break. FGCU sports, NFL playoffs now starting. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, so let's get right into it.
Yeah, it's been an eventful couple weeks while we were gone. We figured, everyone's spending time with their family, might as well do the same. Not record for a few weeks, reset. And then we kind of hit the moment where we're like, well, we're going to need a new host for this semester. Do not worry, Alyssa just cannot be here tonight. She is working, but she will be back next week. And Hoagie steps in as the new permanent host this semester. And we're thinking, who do we bring in now that we need one? And there was no question in my mind. It had to be Hoagie. Ball knower, like sports enjoyer, Hall of Pretty Good examiner. There was nobody better.
I am the rabbit hole. I may be the rabbit.
Yeah, no, we sit there and just chop sports, like no matter what, all the time. He comes over to the crib and we're just talking ball 24/7. So, to get right into it, FGCU sports, few games that we missed. South Carolina, really not much to talk about there. Absolute blowout, kind of what was expected. FGCU took a 62-point loss to South Carolina. The Lady Gamecocks, Dawn Staley and her crew came into Alico Arena and honestly put the breakers on them, 43-105. It's the kind of game. It's a good test for our women's team, but it's not a game that they're ready for.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is a big talent gap, and I do believe that Raina can elevate their play and the talent here at the school at some point. But you're talking about facing the number 3 team in the country, so it's how it goes.
Yeah. Raina's such a great coach. Obviously, we had the opportunity to talk to her at the beginning of last semester. She's a great leader, especially in the way of how she talks so well and highly of her players and her other coaches, and even her past players and coaches. I feel like she is definitely the building stone for this team.
Yeah.
And they basically just got to keep building around her, keep their faith in her, and see where it goes. They're doing pretty average right now. They're not playing typically how we do for women's basketball here at FGCU, but I feel like now that holidays are over and everything, there's not as many distractions. We'll be able to just ride. Keep riding.
No, yeah, absolutely. They bounced back immediately the very next week. I watched this game live. They played the Fort Lauderdale Eagles and put belt to ass, if we're being quite honest. 120-32. An absolute beating. I kind of felt bad for Fort Lauderdale. I can't lie. This team only had 6 girls. They had 6 girls. Yeah. And the announcers were talking about this team has been like this for a while. 2 years ago, they won a game with only 4 girls on the floor.
What?
Yeah. Like I don't
That's
know,
crazy.
I don't know what goes on there if they even have scholarship players. But I think maybe they just give tryouts. Like Carly could go play ball right now.
Yeah,
Riley could go play ball.
Yeah.
Like,
Come on, we need guys. Let's go. Let's play.
you guys need some players. I'll put a wig on.
I'll
Why not?
transition. I'll go new point guard out at Fort Lauderdale. Go
Oh,
get some
yeah.
sun on the beach.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
too bad.
Right after that, though, they did lose to a team that I found to be quite unexpected, an underrated Columbia team. They did lose to them in a low-scoring loss, 44-63 on the 29th. And then they would bounce back against North Alabama, 51-44 on New Year's Day, and then beat Central Arkansas just a few days ago, 64-51. So the women's team has won 3 out of their last 4. They're starting to heat up, come together as a team, get cohesive. This is what we've been talking about, what we've been waiting for. And I think we're starting to see a little bit. And it's the perfect time as we're getting, into the thick of conference play.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they're third in the division right now. I'm hoping that we keep going like how we've been for the last week or two. And maybe we'll reclaim that number 1 spot.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not, for the kind of start they had, it's not the worst spot
Yeah.
to be in, third.
Yeah, I mean, you have basically a brand new team, all different players from around the country. I think it was really only 1 or 2 players that were returning from last season.
Yeah.
And then you also have a first-year head coach.
Right.
It's bound to happen and start off to a rocky, slow start. But, I mean, the teams that we're playing, too, especially last semester, you had the Gamecocks game. That was, I mean, as you said, it's the 3rd best team in the country for women's ball. You're playing teams that you have the opportunity to get the job done, but then you're also playing teams that it's going to be a practice game, basically,
Right.
like how the Gamecocks
I
were.
think it shows caliber, though, and shows
Yeah.
character in a team if you can have some culture and bounce back from that loss.
Absolutely.
And since
Absolutely.
then, we're 3-4, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
We can take a loss and we come back and beat up on another team.
Yeah.
We get to play both sides of that coin.
exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot of learning opportunity in that.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And Duffy, I'm not sure if you noticed what FGCU women's record is. Did you notice what their record is?
Uh-oh. Is this the first of the year?
It's
Is this
the
the
first
first?
sighting for Duffy this year.
Is this the
What's FGCU
first?
women's basketball's record,
I
Duff
think
man?
in 2026 or so. You never know. Their record might be 6 or 7.
Yeah, the FGCU women's team is 6-7. Hogan, I don't know if you've noticed, every single episode Duffy makes a 6-7 joke,
Yeah,
like
that's
some way
happened.
somehow.
I think I've
Um,
missed one.
Yeah, you might have missed one.
Because during our last in-person episode, it was interviewing 2 of our amazing volleyball team members. One of them went like this when explaining something, and I just went like this into the camera. And so we got it down on that episode. I think the only episode that I haven't made one
Yeah.
was when we interviewed Raina.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Julia and Anna.
Yeah.
So much fun. Hopefully, we get to do something this semester. I think that you would love to meet them. I mean, they're good people.
Yeah.
Really fun to hang out with them. So, I mean, maybe we'll get that cooking, baking,
Yes.
hangout in sometime soon. But to transition over to the men's side of things, we missed a bunch of games over the break. First game we missed was New Mexico. It did take an L to the University of New Mexico. And this is a game that really had me pissed off. I will not lie. This is not a team that FGCU should be losing to with the talent that we have. New Mexico is not a basketball school. And I kind of let loose a little bit in our group chat. And I'm like, dude, I'm so tired of this because this
Yeah.
team is too good to be losing.
Yeah.
They lost by 16 to New Mexico. And then at the time, I was not aware of how good UCF actually is.
Yeah.
Then you take a 22-point beating at UCF, which UCF is a damn good basketball team
Yeah.
this year. Their men's team has got it together. Lost to them on the 20th. And then they beat Fort Lauderdale.
I was watching that game. It was actually like decently close up until the end.
With the UCF game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
was-
no. The Fort Lauderdale game.
Yeah.
They like up until like maybe the middle of the game, it was very back and forth, and
Yeah.
then we kind of just like took off a
Yeah.
little bit.
In that game, can you guess how many threes UCF hit in that
How many?
game?
How many?
19 threes in that game. Program record.
Jeez.
Of course, it comes against FGCU.
yeah.
Program record, 19 threes for UCF. And we lose by 22 in a game where we also made 15 threes.
Yeah.
And we lost by 22. Like, UCF has the size, they have the speed. Their shooting was unreal that night. They do not shoot the ball that well, but that night, of course, they did. But then when you bounce back against Fort Lauderdale, then you lose to Central Arkansas, 83-85,
Yeah.
heartbreaker in
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
And then you come back and beat North Alabama 72-55. So, I
Yeah.
mean, they have literally been the definition of inconsistent for the past 4 weeks. It's 2-2 in the
Yeah.
last 4 weeks. And now they're going to get a chance at Austin Peay tomorrow night right here at Alico Arena. I'm expecting a win.
Show up, show out. Come on.
If you don't come to the game again, you're a nerd, you're a loser, you're weird, you're whack. And you have no
Stand up
excuse.
and yell.
If you do come to the game and you're sitting down, again, you're a nerd, you're weird, you're a whack, you're a loser. I will never stop saying that. It's Skunk Ape Night. I don't know what Skunk
Me
Ape is.
either. I
Do you know what
saw
Skunk
that.
Ape is?
Did you see
Never heard
that?
of him.
What is Skunk Ape?
I don't know.
I'm looking it up.
It was. I mean, I saw something where they like posted like a little teaser for it. And then
Oh,
it
it's
was,
like Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
It's Bigfoot.
All right.
Legendary
That's pretty cool.
ape-like
Yeah, are we gonna
cryptid
have-
said to inhabit the swamps and forests of Florida.
Okay.
It's literally
I guess we're
Bigfoot.
gonna
We
have
got
a
Bigfoot
skunk
at
ape.
home.
We got
Yeah.
Bigfoot. We got Bigfoot
The
at home.
skunk ape.
We're just
Insert
gonna have a
photo of
skunk-
Skunk Ape.
Yes. We're gonna have a skunk ape at the game. Do
Yeah.
you think that's gonna happen? They're just gonna. It's just gonna be somebody like.
Dude, they
in a
really
giant-
might. There's gonna be like
I
some
wouldn't be
high school
surprised.
kid that like
Yeah.
gets hired to do this.
It's the high
Oh
school
my
kid.
god. Oh my
That's
God.
that's my favorite kid.
Did you see
I mean,
when y'all came to the FGCU game versus FIU?
I know
Or
exactly what you're talking about
The
already.
shirtless
Yeah.
kid, he paints on
Oh,
himself.
yeah.
Dude, that kid's in high school.
Oh,
he
brings
doesn't go here.
He's rowdy.
He
Yeah.
is.
Brings the juice.
yeah,
I love that kid.
He's supposedly been going for like years.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
I've
he's
never
in high
seen him,
school
but
and he's
like I
rowdy.
mean, props to him, man.
Dude, I love him. That kid.
Yeah.
The only thing with me is he doesn't use body paint. He uses regular
Yeah.
paint, and he's sweating his ass off
I
walking around.
dapped
It's
him up.
dripping
Yup.
on people.
You
I
get-
dapped
you
him
get
up,
some
and my
paint on you
entire
every
hand
time.
was blue. I dapped
Yeah.
him up, my whole hand was blue.
He's dripping on people.
But you get a couple more guys like that, you can do anything.
Exactly.
A few of those
You can
guys,
take
and
down
you
a
can-
country.
You could do anything. Yeah.
You're talking about, can we beat another country in a war? Give me 5 high schoolers with body paint on, and let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to get into some NFL football here. Playoff pictures all set, and we are starting to look forward to a Bears Super Bowl. This is the year it's happening. I'm all in.
Duh. The Bears. Yeah, I mean, the playoffs are finally here, long awaited. The only thing that's more sad than the Chiefs not making the playoffs is the fact that in just one short month, it will be all over again, and we'll have to wait until August.
Yeah.
That breaks my heart to think about. But fear not, because the playoffs are here, and the picture is set. The Broncos, the 1 seed in the AFC, and the Seahawks, the 1 seed in the NFC. Who's seen that coming at the beginning of the season? Certainly not me. You're telling me the Broncos were going to be 14-3? No shot in hell.
Not
But
the
here they
first
are.
3 weeks either. They didn't
Yeah.
start off hot at
Yeah.
all.
I
They
mean,
didn't.
It's almost every single one of these teams.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
I mean,
you
the
got
Patriots, geez.
Seahawks. I didn't see that ever coming. I didn't. Did you see the Texans making the playoffs at the beginning of the year?
The start they had, they
Yeah.
were awful.
Yeah.
They were awful.
And then, no offense, the Bears never would have guessed. I wouldn't even have ever guessed that they would make the 2 seed.
Ben Johnson is unbelievable.
He is.
He
He
is
is.
a genius.
He is. I mean, you don't let an offensive mind like that leave your building.
No,
you can't.
The Lions
You can't.
messed up.
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
time.
Yeah,
Perfect.
like I mean,
But
they
there's
have
nothing
it.
you can really do.
Yeah, they
there's
had an
nothing you can
amazing
really do.
head coach. They still do. It's just you can't let somebody like that leave your building. You got to find a way to keep him around.
Right.
Pay him. Pay that man.
But good, better, best. He's the best.
Yeah. I never would have guessed that the Panthers would have made the playoffs.
Dude,
you
I mean, I
but
did. I
you
did. I said, dude, what? At some point here soon, and you know what? They did it in the weakest division of football,
Yeah.
though. They're the only team in the playoffs that has a
Yeah.
losing record.
Yeah.
I will say that. They're 8-9. They win the NFC South because the
Mm-hmm.
NFC South is poverty, absolute poverty. Like I told you, the Bucks couldn't even win that conference because it's so poverty,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, it was a 3-way tie for first.
Yeah, it's-
between Panthers. It was between Carolina, Tampa, and Atlanta. And
Yeah.
then I mean, the Saints almost like
Dude, the
get it-
Saints almost snuck in,
Dude,
which is
if
crazy.
you-
that would have been unlikely.
Yeah,
that would have
if
been
you had
mind-boggling.
given say we had 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
right. Saints are making the playoffs.
Yeah.
easy. And I would have chosen them as a scary team.
Oh no, I wouldn't have. I won't
Really?
go that far, dude. The Saints are still poverty at
Not
the end
in
of
the
the day.
playoffs.
Dude, their defense. I don't know if it was just because they were playing
Don't
against
forget,
Atlanta.
they have 6 games against your sorry ass division. That's,
All right.
I mean,
All right.
like, come
I know.
on now.
Yeah. I get it.
Nah, but I mean, the bracket is set, and in the AFC, we're gonna have the Bills and the Jags. I love that matchup.
Yeah.
I love it. Personally, I have the Bills in that game. I just think the Bills have so much playoff experience now in the last few years. The Jags are hot. It's a team I like a lot. I know Jared our buddy Jared is fired up over this game. But I have the Bills.
Yeah,
in this one.
I'm definitely taking the Bills. I do not want that snake Liam Cohen winning a playoff game.
Give me Jaguars.
Jaguars? What makes you say Jacksonville?
I think they're hot. I think that they're electric. They're hitting. They're getting to the ball, and they're winning up front. The line has made a lot of progress this year, and they're playing as cohesively.
Yeah, I mean, if Liam Cohen wasn't the head coach, I would take the Jags. To be honest, I just want to see them lose, but I also want to see Josh Allen win. Like I mean, it's a year where your toughest quarterback opponent is Drake May or. I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers, but that's old man Rodgers. He's not in his prime right now. And then you also have Justin Herbert. That's Justin Herbert.
Never won a playoff game.
Exactly.
Never won a playoff game.
I mean, there's really nobody that's going to top Josh Allen right now in the quarterback.
And that's why I said, like, if there's going to be a year that the Bills finally get it done, they get rid of the 90s curse. I mean, 4 straight Super Bowl losses. Like, that would probably take a century to get over that. I know that the Bills fans that were active and awake in the 90s probably haven't forgotten it. They probably wake up in a cold sweat middle of the night thinking about it. But I mean, this has to be Buffalo's year to get to the Super Bowl. You have no Mahomes, no Lamar, no Burrow. This is what we talked about a few weeks ago. If the Bills don't get there, what a major disappointment, if you ask me. Then after that, we have New England and LA. And I think this is just going to be a wash. I think LA is going to get rinsed. I mean, it's pretty much equal playoff experience, but I don't know. I just don't see LA sticking with the Patriots unless they keep Drake May off the field. If their run game is successful enough to keep Drake May off the field, I don't see it being close.
Yeah.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Like Jim, man. Like, you give me Jim all day.
Yeah.
They're going to pound the rock. He's got a game plan for the big game. He did it with Michigan, right? They had just enough to win their football games.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna grind you out.
Yeah, I like Jim. I like him as a head coach. I liked him in Michigan, even though he cheated, and then I like him now. I mean, I can see the Chargers winning this game, but it would have to be such a close game. Like, it would have to be such a close game, and then they somehow sneak by Drake May and the Pats. But I'd also kind of like to see the Pats go for it. I mean, I love Vrabel. Drake May. I mean, he may do it.
I think what the Chargers do have going for them is they have Jim Harbaugh, like you're talking about. I mean, this is a experienced coach that's won championships at a high level. He has playoff experience in the NFL. He's been to a Super Bowl, all this kind of stuff. And then they do have a dirty run game. Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. I think if they control the line of scrimmage, control the clock, and they're keeping Drake May off the field, they have such a high chance to win. And I mean, I think it's all going to come down to Jim Harbaugh and being able to outcoach New England's staff, which I think he has a high chance to do that. I mean, this is not an experienced in the playoffs, at least, staff or roster. So, I mean, they have that advantage there. And I mean, Jim Harbaugh, you talked about it in Michigan. He's a Michigan fan, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So yeah, that's something you and Alyssa have in common. But I mean, and I don't know. It's a weird game. It's hard for me, but I think I like New England.
Yeah, I think it's going to be New England, to be honest. I would like to see. I like Herbert. The Bucs scouted him, and then they were really going to go for him when it was I think it was like 2019. But then Brady came available, so they immediately went after that.
Right.
But they really liked Justin Herbert, and I like him. I watched a couple of his games when he was playing at Oregon. He was slinging the rock, and I mean, he can maybe get it done with Jim at his side.
Did you see his field drills for the combine?
No.
He did not miss a throw.
Really?
Justin Herbert's combine field work is the most impressive thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, I
it's
can't
just
lie.
laser, and he's big. He's got the frame and the look. Coming out, I thought this kid is unbelievable, and he shows flashes of it all the time.
Yeah.
And he's put up a lot of production.
Yeah.
It's just, can they get it done? And they have a better coaching staff now around him to do that.
Yeah.
I think if they don't win a playoff game this year, I think personally, I think it's next year he's on the hot seat. Not
Harbaugh?
No. Justin Herbert. I can see it.
I don't know. I think the early career for Justin Herbert isn't exactly his fault, and it's so hard to pin it on him because you had the monkey on your back. You had Brandon Staley, who quite literally lost them half of the games that Herbert has on his resume for L's.
Yeah.
I mean, up until I think it was a year ago, Herbert had a losing record.
Yeah.
And I would pin that directly on Brandon Staley and his inability to coach in high pressure situations, his poor clock management. I mean, Staley was an absolute cancer for that team. I mean, he was ruining any shot you had to say Justin Herbert's a top 5 quarterback because he couldn't win. And that's been the monkey on his back. Same thing with Lamar in the playoffs. Herbert just doesn't win those big games. But since Harbaugh's came in, I mean, we've seen the Chargers win big games.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean, he also has a pretty decently big contract now that I'm looking at it. And
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't end until after the 2029 season.
Yeah, no,
So
he's there
I
for years.
Yeah, he's there. He just signed it in 2023 for 262.5. So maybe retract my statement from the record, but personally, I think it's given 1 or 2 more years. Maybe they'd look for a different option.
I mean, maybe.
I think you look back to their last great quarterback in Phillip Rivers, and
Yeah.
what was his production to the same point in his career?
True.
He was a good quarterback, but
Yeah.
he wasn't. Nobody was calling him a top 5 quarterback.
True.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
to be able to do it year in and year out and
Yeah.
provide that consistency for an organization,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
game changing.
Yeah.
no,
Like,
Rivers
yeah.
definitely had that same problem when he was with the Chargers.
Yeah.
He was putting up the numbers, leading this team, and they couldn't win.
Yeah.
He never got a ring.
Yeah.
He never got that success, major success in
Yeah.
the playoffs at least. And I think if you're Herbert, I think you're kind of worried that you're facing that same problem going farther and farther into your career. But I think bringing in Jim Harbaugh certainly lessens that load because I mean,
Yeah.
if the Chargers were dumb, as I thought they would be,
Yeah.
I thought they were going to keep Brandon Staley and just rock with it, be like, why, whatever. But then they bring in Harbaugh. Now you have hope if you're a
Yeah.
Chargers fan. Maybe that Asian woman wasn't an industry plant. Maybe she
Yeah.
really is a Chargers fan. I think she was an industry
She's
plant.
actually the person behind the scenes. She's making all the chef's moves. She actually owns the team in secret.
Dude, I could have swore I seen
She's
her in
the
a Viking.
scriptwriter.
I could have swore I seen her in a Vikings jersey.
Really?
Before she got all big with the Chargers. I could have swore I'd seen her in a Vikings jersey. Maybe not.
I think they did a commercial with her.
They
With
did.
that, with
They
the
did.
script. Yeah, that she was
Yeah.
like in the script, and then
Uh-huh.
it was just her like screaming.
Yeah. Well, next game that we have, moving on, Texans and Pittsburgh. And somehow, some way, Mike Tomlin got those boys in the playoffs once again. He did what he does. He played mediocre football for most of the year, and he capitalized on not having a losing record for, the 65th year in a row
Yeah.
or something. But,
I
I mean,
mean-
it's ridiculous how they do it. But they made it. And
Yeah.
for it to happen the way it did with a missed kick from the Ravens kicker is just, I think it's hilarious.
I couldn't believe it. I was watching it on like U.S. government. Close your ears. I was watching it on an illegal website. And I'm watching it with Riley. I told her, I was like, there's no way that they're gonna miss this. Like
Right.
it's a 44-yard field goal. He's 1 for 1 on the night so far. He'll probably do it. And because it was on a website and it wasn't like a cable box or anything, I get a
froze
Twitter
on you.
notification. No, I got
Oh,
a Twitter notification as he was going up for the kick, and it goes, "The Steelers have made it to the playoffs."
It's
And I'm
ridiculous.
like, "What?" She looked at me like, "Wait, does that mean he just missed it?" And I went, "I think so." And then he missed it. Did you see the graphic where it was in between the field goal post? It was basically like if he makes it, Tomlin's gone. If he misses, Harbaugh's gone. And that's exactly
That's
what happened.
probably what it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's coming regardless. I think for Tomlin, I think that after this year, especially if the Steelers get bounced round one, which I'm picking them to, I think Houston's defense is going to be
Yeah.
all over Rodgers, like white on rice, dude. So I think Tomlin's out either way,
I can see
realistically.
it. I can see it.
But they also have so much loyalty to him. They've kept him around even after
Yeah.
the mediocre seasons they've had for the better half of a decade now. And I mean, they keep him for
Yeah.
some reason. They keep him, and so I would like to think he'd be gone if they don't do anything,
Yeah.
but probably not.
You remember you asked the group chat the first week for questions?
hmm
Mine was about
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
How is his legacy going to be impacted this season? And
Yeah.
it's really been a tight one. And I mean, it's an interesting matchup with Aaron Rodgers going against arguably the best defense in football.
Yeah,
Is he the guy you want getting flushed out of the pocket at this stage of his career? Can he still make those throws? Can he still get away from them?
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of pressure coming.
I kind of want them to win. I want the Steelers to win. because I want to see more of Rodgers doing the Super Mario just like that. Like I love it. I love it when you get old man Rodgers just gets up, goes jumping a little bit.
He's got a deep bag of emotes at this stage. He
Uh-huh.
was just one trick pony, discount double check. I had to watch that every week, and now he's got everything. He's got it all.
I really like old man Rodgers in this matchup. To be honest, I think the Texans they've got an amazing defense, as you said, one of the best in the playoffs right now. But I mean, is that gonna be enough to stop Rodgers? I don't know. But I really
he's going
would
to
like
get Washington a touchdown for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's for sure going to get Washington a
I
touchdown.
do want to send out quite the apology to Aaron Rodgers because last season I was basically dissing his name for weeks on end to my roommate Harrison, who's been on this show. I was telling him Aaron Rodgers is cooked. He's done. He's terrible.
Yeah.
This year, he didn't have electrifying numbers, but I mean, 3,300 yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 picks, and he had a 95 rating and 66% completion percentage. It's not MVP numbers, but it's not bad, especially for a guy his age.
He had some MVP drives.
He did.
He had some MVP level drives.
especially at the end of the game. That last touchdown.
We've definitely gotten
Beauty.
hints of Aaron Rodgers, like that guy, you
Yeah.
know, who Stephen A. Smith used to refer to as the baddest man. You know,
Yeah.
that bad
Yeah,
man.
bad man.
Yeah, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I think it's so funny that Mike Tomlin's career and future is probably in the hands of Aaron Rodgers, which
Yeah.
is so funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. Who do you have in this matchup?
in the Steelers in
Yeah.
Houston, Houston.
Houston, really?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
Houston. I'm not even opposed to Pittsburgh winning, but
Really?
I have Houston.
Hogue, what about you?
I like the Steelers.
Yeah?
I like the
Yeah.
Steelers. I think Tomlin's he has to win this one.
Yeah,
He's
I
going to
think-
come in with a game plan.
Yeah,
They're going to try and control the clock, and I
Yeah.
think they'll hold it out.
I think it's a must-win game for both of them, to be honest.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you don't want Rodgers doesn't want to tarnish his reputation.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been saying it since like beginning of the year. I like Rodgers on the Steelers. I had always said that I think that if Rodgers didn't get injured in New York, then he would have had success there. And then who knows? He might not be in Pittsburgh. But then again, it's the Jets. But who knows? I think I'm taking the Steelers. I like him. I think it's going to be good.
And then now moving over to the NFC side, and we mentioned that the Seahawks are the 1 seed in the NFC. I did not expect that.
No.
But to start off the NFC side of the playoffs, we have the Rams and the Panthers. A bit of a lopsided matchup, but I want to be kind of fun and pick the Panthers, but I don't know if I can.
You see Cam
I don't
Newton's
know.
coming back to watch the game?
Oh, I was gonna say
No,
he's gonna be
no,
on the
no,
team.
no,
Like, what
no,
are we
no,
talking
no.
about here?
No, that would be awesome, though.
Dude,
That
that's
would
like
be
some
kinda
Colin
cool.
Kaepernick stuff. Like, I could still play.
I don't know. Colin Kaepernick's not as big as Cam Newton.
No, yeah.
Yeah, he could run a tush push.
Yeah.
You
He
could take
run
Cam
a
Newton
tush.
in one of his crazy outfits and run a tush push right now. He'd score on
Put
every
one of
team.
those
in the league.
hats on him?
I swear, yeah. You give him the right hat, he's every
Yeah.
time.
You ever seen that clip of Newton where it's that lady asking, like, is this done? And it always gets, like, it's heart-wrenching, dude. He's like, up here, yeah, I think I'm done. But in here,
Right.
it's never done.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
It's probably that way for every single guy who's ever
Yeah.
played in the league.
Yeah, I hated like being in middle school and having to play him and Drew Brees
Yeah.
and prime Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Or not Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan.
Mm,
Yeah, every Sunday was hell.
You get no breaks on defense.
no breaks. No, but I mean, yeah, so we have the Bryce Young-led Panthers, who perhaps are quite the surprise to a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Like we said, the only team in the playoffs with a losing record. But they're, as we mentioned earlier in the year, or at least I thought so, they're sneaky good. And they're not
Yeah.
ready yet, but they're sneaky good. And coming in at 8-9, you probably don't realize that. But I mean, you're going to have Bryce Young finally getting a chance to put his team in the playoffs versus MVP level Stafford. 46 touchdowns, Stafford,
Yeah.
career high. So it feels lopsided. I mean, the Panthers don't have the experience. I don't think they have the talent. Puka Nacua is probably going to eat on this Panthers team.
Yeah.
However, I would not be mad if the Panthers won. I'd be pretty fired up.
I was gonna say no bias. This is fully biased. I want them to get like blown out. I do not want to see this god awful Carolina team. I don't want anybody to win this game that was in the NFC South. If it was even the Bucks, I wouldn't want them to win. But I mean, you're playing, in my opinion, even though they're the 5 seed, I think they're still the best team in the playoffs. I still think that they're probably going to sneak it into the Super Bowl. Not even sneak it. They are if they had won against the Seahawks that game a couple weeks ago, which beautiful game, by the way. Absolute beautiful game. We didn't have a chance to talk about it because of the break. Beautiful game. But if they had won against the Seahawks that night, Rams would be the easy number 1 seed.
Yeah.
And it would just make sense. Like they are the 1 seed in the 5 seed in my book.
Yep. And the Panthers are playing spoiler.
Yeah.
They are. And to move on to the next one, then we're gonna have Packers Bears, and you know who I'm going with. My team, who I was feeling all year long. Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, they're cooking up something. Give me the Bears. Obviously,
Bears.
I don't think it's gonna be. It's always a Packers Bears. That's a game. Always. That's a historic rivalry. Packers Bears. But if you ask me, this one's not gonna be particularly close. I think Ben Johnson's cooking up a hell of a game plan to go send Green Bay back home.
Yeah.
And they're crushed with injuries.
Oh, they are.
They're injured
Decimated.
all over the lineup.
Yeah, decimated. And it kind of sucks because in my early season prediction, I'm talking about the Packers are like for real.
Yeah.
I'm hyping up the
Yeah.
Cheeseheads and
Yeah.
Wisconsin and
Yeah.
all these people. And now they're 9-7 in the 7 seed.
Yeah.
Like what? Like it.
I like
Screw them.
I like the Bears, but I don't know if he's really necessarily washed, but I think it was definitely a great pickup by the Packers. Don't know how it fell to them, but Diggs
Yeah.
falling all the way to the Packers, that's pretty nuts.
Well, I think Diggs had his moment though.
Yeah.
He's the kind of corner, he takes a lot of chances, so he gets a lot of interceptions. He's
Yeah.
either getting picks or he's getting burned. And I think it went on the latter half a lot more these past few years than when he had what? How many interceptions? Like 8?
I think it was
10,
something like
a lot
that.
of interceptions.
10,
I think it was
11,
something like that.
11, something like that. And I think since then, he's not gotten so lucky.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why he got out of there. And I think if the Packers really believe in him to go play in this game, I think a Roma Dunze, somebody like that is going to hurt. It's
Yeah.
going to hurt him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can't take chances on the firepower that the Bears
Yeah.
have.
I'm going with the Bears. I'm going with the Bears. But I want to bring something up. I think this is the perfect time to talk about it. This show is a jinx. This show is a jinx, man.
Absolute jinx.
I mean, so now that Hoagie
Before
here,
you ask me about what I think about this game, yeah. Like
he's a
Packers.
part of the show now. I'm sorry, but I think you just add on to the jinx. I think your team's gonna go down just like the rest of ours.
Wow.
How dare you? How dare you?
I would
No
love
support
it.
from the Duff man.
How
I would love
dare
it. It's
you.
just it's that voodoo magic, man, that's happening. We gotta get some essence burning in here.
No.
I don't know. The last time I felt like this, there was a double doink incident.
Yeah.
And I spent many years getting over that. I was depressed for a moment. I had to work my way through that. I'm
Yeah.
finally getting it back. But here's where my head's at. Is if the Kansas City Chiefs had the best running game in the league since week 6, if they had the best line in the league, and they had the most turnovers, everyone would say that they are going to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone
Right.
says it.
Yeah.
And just Caleb Williams is playing that part right now, and I think that they can totally do it.
No, I want them to win. I'm choosing the Bears, but the Pulse Jinx might
Don't
come
you
in and
dare
hit you.
say that. We don't ever dare mention jinxes. And like he's talking about a few years back, the double doink. Oh, I don't even want to say his name. Like, I don't even want to do that to you. No, give me the Bears. That's that.
All right.
Give me the goddamn Bears.
All right, clean sweep on the Bears. You want to
Bears.
There we go. Perfect.
Bears.
Yo, put that in as a quote.
Yeah.
Put that. We got to get a graphic going. It's
Give
just a
me
picture of Hoagie,
one.
Bears.
Dude, what's that SNL clip or SNL video? Was it an SNL video?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who were
yeah.
they saying put one of who on the out
One
there?
Ditka versus the whole New York Giants.
give me one Ditka versus the entire Green Bay Packers.
Mini Bears.
And it'll be 75-7 Bears. 75-7 Bears. The only reason they get 7 is because it's only one Ditka.
Bill Swirsky's super fans. If you don't know ball, check it out. Banger.
absolutely.
Classic.
And after that, then you got the game on the 11th, Niners, Eagles, and the Niners, for how injury-ridden they were earlier in this year, the
Yeah.
fact that they are sitting here at the 6th seed, 12-5,
Yep.
being 12-5 and being the 6th seed is pretty funny because, I mean, the Bills are in the same scenario. However, the Niners still do have these injuries,
Yeah.
and they're missing Trent Williams potentially, and they have some other key guys that are maybe not going to play in this game. And so that makes me kind of think, I mean, they're like limping into this game.
Yeah.
While they have a good record, they're limping into this game. And you know Sirianni's going to push the hell out of them. Jalen Hurts is going to throw a ball 2,000 feet in the air and just pray A.J. Brown comes down with it, and he probably will. And Saquon will run all over their asses. So, I mean, you give me Philly 9 times out of 10 in this game against a limping 49ers team.
I'm taking Niners. I
wanted to.
I want the Niners. I want an upset against this reigning Super Bowl champs. I mean, we talked about it at the very beginning of the season. I'm not big on the Eagles. I really it was the week that they were going into Tampa.
Yeah.
They don't throw the ball. He doesn't throw the ball, and when he does, he's not that amazing.
I agree.
Saquon hasn't been Saquon recently. I mean, he's been playing pretty average, but nothing spectacular like last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sirianni, I don't think he's a great play caller. So
I would agree.
I mean, he's just there, and he shit talks a lot.
Simply put, I think when we went out and interviewed people for their hot takes, there was that kid. I don't remember his name. Shout out you though. Said Jalen Hurts isn't a good quarterback.
No, he's not.
And I wouldn't say he's not good, but he's certainly overrated. And I think that if you put him on a team like Carolina, a team that has significantly less firepower weapons, are they going to the playoffs like Bryce Young just led them? No. And that's not me saying Bryce Young's better than Jalen Hurts. He might be, but is Jalen Hurts going to lead a team that has that low caliber of talent? Because we've only seen him on an Eagles team that's loaded, top to bottom.
He would try.
He would try.
He would try it. Jalen Hurts is someone I respect because at Alabama he lost his job.
Yeah.
How many guys in that position, you're the top guy and you lose your job?
Yeah.
He didn't complain about it. He just turned it around, scrapped it out. That's before the whole transfer era, right? You're not bringing people with you. You have to go figure it out.
Right.
I mean, he's a model of work ethic, and he's off the field. I respect Jalen Hurts a lot. He seems like a great leader.
Yeah, I think
and
I said it.
You can expect consistent and steady quarterback play from him.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
yeah.
Very, very consistent. That's very valuable.
I can respect him. I definitely like him as a person. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Everything I see about him, nothing ever bad comes out about
Yeah.
him. And you're talking about the Bama situation. I mean, he took that head up high, just kind of went into it and did what he did. I mean, went over to Oklahoma, did his
And he
thing.
played.
Yeah, he played well, got drafted, and now he's been balling out for Philly. But I want to. It's always those theoretical situations that you hate, but I almost want it. Like I want to see Jalen Hurts on a team that's not loaded the way Philly is to see how good he actually is at an NFL level. He won a Super Bowl MVP. Like, do not get me wrong, great player, but you almost get interested to see him without that. Like I've talked about, I want to see what Joe Burrow would look like with no Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, because I mean Joe Burrow's a great quarterback, but a lot of his numbers come from Jamar Chase making a play.
Yeah.
So I want to see what he looks like without them. You know what I mean?
What would a young Mitch Trubisky look like in that offense? He would look just fine, ladies and gentlemen.
Rookie year, Mitch Trubisky.
I've always
Pro Bowl quarterback, mind you.
Indeed.
I said it a couple weeks ago that Jalen Hurts isn't a good quarterback, but he's a good leader. Exactly how you said it. It basically is, how do you define a quarterback? Are you defining it as somebody who can lead a team like how Jalen Hurts does and he can get the ball to the end zone? Or are you labeling the quarterback position as somebody that can make plays by throwing the ball? Because if you're labeling it as Jalen Hurts has to get the ball into a receiver's hands, I really don't think that he's a great quarterback. I think it's, as we said, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are basically carrying him. And when they're not on the field, they're not really doing much. This year was the first year that I got to see in person Jalen Hurts actually play with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith.
Yeah.
Every other year that he's played in Tampa, we've beat them. But
Right.
I'll be honest, it's because A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are hurt or aren't
Right.
playing. Every other time they weren't playing, and he never did really much. He didn't do much.
Purely hypotheticals is all it is. But I mean, I think it's going to be a great first round of football, gentlemen. I'm so fired up.
stoked.
Playoff football, it almost does not get better than that.
Yeah.
I still take March Madness over any playoff.
Really? I
any
love
playoff
March
format.
Madness, but
Still March Madness.
I love this. Before we move off of this topic, I do want to mention the Seahawks and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, first player since I believe it was Brady to go 14-3 in back-to-back seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, impressive.
All
You
right,
never know.
Sammy D.
You might have earned that number one seed, but let's see. Let's see in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. To my established, esteemed gents. I mean, we got over talking about the games, matchups we like, game picks and stuff like that. But I think it's really time to get into the nitty gritty of it all. When you look at the playoff picture, guys, which quarterback of the playoffs do you think needs a Super Bowl the most? Who is it going to benefit the most if they win a Super Bowl?
Josh Allen.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers has significant legacy implications with this,
Mhm.
because if you get that next chip, you get
Yeah.
that next Super Bowl ring, it's a different conversation. It's not just his talent. How does his talent stack up with
Right.
with the Tom Brady's of the world? But I think that this is legacy defining. If he can take this team to a championship, he's the best ever.
Best ever.
Really?
I think so.
Better than Brady?
I think so.
Well, talent wise, he already is better
What can
than
Brady do that Rodgers can't do?
Clutch. I mean,
You
you
can't
got
quantify
Rodgers
that.
with the Hail Marys and everything, but can he 2-minute drills as well as Brady?
I mean, clutch time in the playoffs, Rodgers has a history of losing those games, but I think it's less of Rodgers loses those games and his defense is losing those games. The players around him is losing those. It's kind of similar to the Lamar Jackson scenario where it's like
Yeah.
he's playing his heart out and then he's getting let down by his teammates. And I've been hard on Lamar Jackson, but I will give him that. And so I think that's definitely fair, the Aaron Rodgers pick, because I mean he does have that monkey
Yeah.
on his back. I mean, only one Super Bowl for how good he is.
Yeah.
You know, you
I don't
expect
think
more.
he should only have one, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
It's also, I don't know if Rodgers would be better, but only solely because also the mentality that Brady brings and like the
Right.
leadership quantity that he does. I mean, you go down and you change Tampa completely. Like, I mean, he didn't even just change the Bucks; he changed like basically the entire city. Like everybody had that winning mentality, and Bucks got it done first year with Brady. I mean, it was basically the same exact team as the year before.
you had some great draft picks. You had a
Yeah.
buffered line.
Yeah, we had
You got a big year out of Fournette. You
Yeah.
got Gronk coming over. I think that was preloaded. I mean, he pulled the
Yeah,
trigger
but-
for sure.
I mean,
But
that
if
was
Brady-
an all or
if
nothing
Brady didn't-
roster.
yeah,
It was also if Brady never came, we weren't getting AB, Fournette.
You weren't getting
Who
Gronk.
was our kicker? Our kicker, I don't remember who it was.
You weren't going to get Gronk.
We weren't going to get Gronk. I mean, when he was signing up to the Bucks, it was the same exact roster. You were having Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Ronald Jones.
I remember Ronald Jones.
Yeah,
He was
Rojo.
dirty for a little bit.
he was.
I liked Rojo.
Cam Brate.
Yeah, I remember Cameron Brate.
Yeah, and then draft pick wise, it was Tristan Wirfs' first year.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Devin White's like second year, maybe third. Yeah, so basically the same team, and then he brought in all those players solely
Yeah.
because they wanted to play for Brady.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I'm going Josh Allen. We talked about it earlier. If he doesn't get it done this year, he's never getting it done in my book. I mean, no Lamar, no Burrow, no Mahomes. There's nobody to stop him. Basically, it's Superman with no kryptonite right now.
Yeah, I mean, if like you're talking about, if he's not going to get it done this year, when is he going to get it done? I mean, he's led great regular seasons, gets into the playoffs, you know, incredible numbers. I mean, gaudy numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the greatest 2-game stretch in the playoffs of all time. He threw like 12 touchdowns, like I don't even remember how many yards, no picks, like Superman-like numbers, video game stuff.
Yeah.
And then he goes and loses to the Chiefs. And it's like an every year thing, he loses to the Chiefs in the
Yeah.
playoffs. They're not there now. Big bad Mahomes is not there. And so if he doesn't win it this year, I'm unsure of when he will. But I think him winning a Super Bowl this year almost has a bad look on his resume. It took all of those guys being out for him to get one. It took Mahomes not being in the playoffs for him to get one. You know what I mean?
That's what happens. It took Tom Brady retiring for a lot of guys to get that chance.
Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure. And so I think for Josh Allen, it's very important. He has to get it this year.
Yeah.
He has to, because there's no guarantee that you're going to have another year like this where the next, like the other 3 best quarterbacks in the AFC aren't in it, especially Mahomes. I mean, if you're going to tell me Mahomes is going to miss the playoffs again in his career, I mean, probably again at some point in his career later down the line, but multiple times, there's no way.
Yeah.
And so, like, this is the year for me.
I think it's 100%. But you already know that first tweet after he hoists that Lombardi, if he does, it's going to be, it's because Mahomes wasn't there.
Right.
And it's going to be basically like how you had the Lakers winning during COVID.
Yeah.
They're just going to be like, it's a Mickey Mouse ring.
Right. And I think a sleeper pick for this is someone not who needs it, but someone I enjoy seeing win it. Sam Darnold.
I would love that.
Like Sam Darnold, like we were talking about, you know, he's a guy everyone basically wrote off in New York when he's with the Jets. And then he goes over to Carolina. He's not good there either. He goes to Minnesota. He's awesome. Then he comes to Seattle, and he's even better.
Yeah.
And so I think it's definitely the situation, the system, all that stuff. But Sam Darnold's proven like he was as good as people thought he was going to be. And so for him to get one would be so cool. So cool.
And he's got a chip on his shoulder.
Right.
Minnesota didn't want him.
Yeah.
How many quarterbacks have led a team to that successful of a season and then moved on?
Yeah. They're like, oh, no, Sam Darnold, you led us to 14-3. We're going to get rid of you for J.J. McCarthy.
Number 9.
Ridiculous. J.J. McCarthy, dude. I don't even want to get into him, but yeah. I think Sam Darnold winning it would be so sick.
Yeah.
So sick.
I would love it. I feel like another guy that, honestly, Bears, I would just love to see the Bears win it, to be honest. I would love that. Yeah, I really want it to be, for the Super Bowl, I would really want it to be Bills-Bears. I think that would be amazing.
I could have totally given you Caleb Williams for that answer as well, because that's a real trajectory to start your career.
Yeah.
If we can make a real run this year, there's a totally different conversation.
No, I agree.
Because he's another guy that people talked very negatively about him after
Yeah, they
his
did.
rookie year.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I didn't
He's
like him.
judged. I mean, he's got his play style is so elevated. His talent is so high. He's trying to make plays.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got to. It looks ugly. He makes some throws that just. How does he miss that?
Yeah.
But he doesn't throw interceptions. He's like the least interceptions from any quarterback to his point in his career.
Yeah.
Based on part of it is he throws it so hard.
Yeah.
Defensive backs they don't have the hands. They can't even catch it.
Yeah.
He's throwing lasers in there and he spreads the ball.
Yeah.
That's a Tom Brady, a true winner. And Aaron Rodgers in his prime, he spreads the wealth. And Caleb Williams, he's shown Colson Loveland was our leading receiver. Luther Burden, rookies, getting a lot of really good looks.
I thought that was so interesting that Loveland led the team.
And he was totally uninvolved in the offense the first 3-4 weeks.
Yeah. And I remember being at Keys Bar. Shout out Keys Bar. Miss you. When the Bears drafted Loveland. And there were so many pissed off Bears fans in there. They're like, why are we getting Loveland? We have Komet, this, or like Tyler Warren's on the board. And then Colson Loveland was a dog. He was a dog. So like, I bet they're not mad now. But I mean, yeah, Caleb Williams. And the funniest part about it for me is I think it would be so hilarious to see how pissed off people are when Caleb's painted nails are grasping the Lombardi. And they have to just look at it, read it, and weep. That would be so funny.
Yeah.
I think it'd
Do
be
you guys know
hilarious.
why he paints his nails?
His little sister, right?
His mom.
His mom.
His mom
Mhm.
has a nail painting business.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
cool,
That
yeah.
makes
When I
it-
saw him in college, I hated on it too. But
Yeah.
I heard the story and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's actually really sick.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I've heard so many people like bashing him for it. It's the same thing with when Dwayne Wade started painting his nails, and he does it for his daughter. He paints his nails for his daughter. Jared McCain painted his nails. I don't know his reasoning. I think it's so funny when people get so pissed off about it. So to see Caleb Williams holding the trophy and you just have to look at his painted nails, be hilarious. Caleb Williams is a baller.
Yeah.
Painted nails or not.
Yeah.
But move on from there. Who are some players, and not necessarily quarterbacks, but just players that you can think of top of your head that you predict to have like large impacts in the playoffs this year?
JSN.
JSN.
Yeah. I mean, arguably best wide receiver in the entire league right now.
This year for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Certainly.
Buddy's grabbing the ball and doing whatever he wants with it. I think he's a big reason. I think Sam Darnold is the main reason, but I think he is also a gigantic reason on the Seahawks' recent success, and especially even when Geno was around and he was playing with JSN, it made Geno look good, and now we know Geno is not good. He's not even going to be the quarterback of his team next year. I mean, JSN, without a doubt, no questions.
How about you?
I'm going to say Jahad Campbell.
Jahad
for the
Campbell.
Eagles. I think that he's been struggling recently, and I think if he can get involved and they can get him going, they're going to need his impact stopping Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
He moves north and south on the field better than almost any linebacker. His athleticism is going to be. They need it in this game and to do anything in the playoffs here.
No, I agree. For the Patriots, I love the idea of playoff Stephon Diggs. Him and Drake May have built such a great relationship, and they've become such a tandem. The way that Diggs was when he was in Houston, he's now pulled that over to New England. I think he's been awesome, and I love the relationship, the chemistry they've built. But other than him, I like the Bears running back.
Swift? Monangai. You want Monangai.
Yeah.
I love Monangai, dude. I all year long, I love hearing his name. And you talk about him all the time, and I think he's a guy, underrated impact, especially with, you're talking about the Bears have led the NFL in rushing since week 6.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think he is going to be a big reason why that continues, and a big reason why, for me, the Bears are going to go far.
Yeah.
So I like Monangai a lot.
It's a change of pace because Swift is he's going to spread you out side
Yeah.
to side, and
Yeah.
Monangai runs hard.
Yeah.
Monangai is a beast.
Who's the Bears defensive player? He's got like he had the most picks.
Right?
Yeah, I'm also choosing him.
Yeah.
I mean, most picks throughout the entire regular season.
Mhm.
That's going to be a guy that you want on your team on the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we're all or nothing defense. So
Yeah.
we're really living and dying by the
Yeah.
takeaways, and if we can get a couple big takeaways, we can really that's
Yeah.
what we'll need.
Yeah, and
100%.
I think what we're really hearing is that we're all kind of in on the Bears right now.
Yeah.
And I'm praying that we're not jinxing them. And I'm gonna knocking on wood. But I like the Bears a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, we like the Bears. But is there a Cinderella team that you possibly like? Someone that you could see, even if they don't win the Super Bowl, is making a run. Upsetting somebody. Who are you thinking of?
I mean, we keep talking about it. I'm choosing the Bears.
The Bears
I mean,
would not
they're
be
the
an
number,
upset, though.
But they're the number 2 seed. But it's just if you ask anybody and you tell them it's the Bears versus the Packers,
Yeah.
95% of the time, I feel like somebody's going to say the Packers.
Right.
I feel like that's just how it's always been, and that's what everybody's always going to think.
Mhm.
But I think that this year they'll change the narrative. So I'm choosing them, or I'm choosing the Texans with that nasty defense.
Okay.
Yeah, because you get to the second round, I think that that'll be a absolute
Yeah.
smash mouth football game against
Yeah.
the Broncos. That's
Yeah.
old school.
Mhm.
That is going to be an absolute
Oh
dogfight.
yeah. Oh yeah. Especially you got Bo Nix slinging the ball. You got the Bears' nasty defense. As we always say, defense wins championships. And the Bears and the Texans, those are the main two right now.
How about you, Hoagie? Who are you thinking could potentially be a Cinderella this year?
Jacksonville.
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 I agree. That was my
their
pick.
path. I like their journey to it. I can kind of read the story. I can see the headline already.
No, I can dig it, dude. I like Jacksonville. I think T-Law has really shut people up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Especially me.
Yeah.
Especially me. I was the biggest T-Law hater. I'm like, they gave him $200 million guaranteed for what? For what, literally? And now we see why. I mean, the 3 seed led Jacksonville to an awesome year.
Yeah.
Nobody expected it.
Can I be honest? I fully think it's Liam Cohen.
Liam Cohen.
I fully think it's Liam Cohen.
You don't think
I
it's
mean,
T-Law playing better, elevating? I mean, seeing Clemson,
I think
Trevor
it might.
Lawrence?
I think it could be a little bit, but I think it's fully the play calling. The play calling is beautiful. He is without a doubt right next to Ben Johnson, but to be honest, I think that he's a little bit better than Ben.
Yeah.
Solely because you look at him when he was on the Rams. I think he was the quarterback coach for Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford comes down from Detroit. He goes into L.A. He wins the Super Bowl for the first time with the Rams. First
Yeah.
year. Then you move him down to Tampa when Baker is down there. Baker was completely written off. I'm not just saying it because I'm a Bucs fan. You could go look at the stats. You had Baker on the Panthers, and they're having him act as defense
Right.
instead of even taking reps at quarterback. He goes to the Rams and he meets up with Liam Cohen. He loves Liam Cohen, and he has that star game-winning drive.
Yeah.
Then he goes down to Tampa and he's with Liam Cohen again, and he has the best season of his entire career. Now Liam Cohen leaves. Baker didn't really play that great this year. He was horrible when it came to interceptions. He was barely throwing the ball and everything. And now you bring Liam Cohen up to Jacksonville, and Trevor Lawrence is one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
There's way to. I don't believe in coincidences. There's no way that you're having that many quarterbacks have that much success with that guy in your building.
No, yeah. I mean, I definitely knew there was something in the water when I watched Trevor Lawrence fall down 3 times and still get up and score on my Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I'm not over that. I actually get flashbacks like I went to Vietnam. In the middle of my sleep, I wake up in a cold sweat, and I just see Trevor Lawrence falling on his ass and running past Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Absolutely unreal. But real quick, to round it off, Super Bowl pick, go, don't even think about it. 2 teams in the Super Bowl.
Choose both of the teams
Yeah,
or
both
just the
teams.
winner.
Both
I'm
teams.
going Bills, Bears.
Hoagie,
Bears over the Patriots.
Bears over the Patriots. And I would say mine was also going to be Bills, Bears. I sent it in our group chat the other day, and I was like, lock it in. Bills, Bears, I like it.
We're flowing right now.
All right, and next on the ballot, not the guy that Duffy was hoping to hear got fired. Not Todd Bowles, who, by the way, will be returning to the Buccaneers next season. Regrettably for Duffy, you see his face. He's not happy. He's looking at me as I'm saying this with disgust. I think he wants to punch me right between the eyes and my noggin. But a coach did get fired. John Harbaugh finally
I never
out.
would have guessed it.
Finally out as the Ravens coach. And one thing I want to talk about is the fact that, I mean, you have Lamar Jackson. You can't
Yeah.
keep coming up short, especially the way they have. They made one AFC Championship game
Mhm.
in a game where they were considerably better than the Chiefs
Yeah.
were that year.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs went on to win the Super Bowl that year, but I think the Ravens were by far the more talented team going in that game. And it's a Ravens home game. And other than that, they haven't gotten that far in the playoffs with Lamar. It's been disappointment after disappointment. They have one Super Bowl with Harbaugh over a decade ago, and now he's gone. So do you think this is more out of nowhere, or he had it coming? What do you guys think?
I think it's honestly kind of out of nowhere because he's only the third or fourth. I think I read it was the third. He's only the third head coach in franchise history for the Ravens.
Yeah.
I mean, you had so much success throughout your entire career in Baltimore. It's one bad season and you're firing the guy. I know that they haven't really had like Super Bowl success and everything, but I mean, you're really kicking out the guy like for one bad year. And I mean, it started seeming like recently they've been one of the best teams in the league for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they should have at least given him at least one more year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm never for the coaching fires. I'm never for it. I don't think that this is going to change the Ravens organization for the better. Only 13 coaches in NFL history have won more football games than John Harbaugh.
Right.
He is a winner, and he has done a lot of winning for that organization. Lamar was injured a lot of this year. I mean, there's been roster problems.
Yeah.
I did not see a coaching issue with the Ravens this season.
Right.
Me either. I mean, I think I also saw that like he was like 35 and 10 maybe. I want to say, don't quote me on that, but he was like 35 and 10 for road wins over the last couple years.
Yeah.
And
Lamar's
it's like,
great on the road.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's like you're really gonna kick a guy to the curb for that kind of record against road wins? That's nuts.
Maybe Baltimore just kind of felt it was a rip the Band-Aid off now kind of thing. They
Yeah.
don't see a future with him,
Yeah.
maybe. But I agree with your point. I think you now question what's the culture going to be in Baltimore?
Exactly.
Because he built a hard-nosed,
Yeah.
defensive culture in Baltimore, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
What do you have now?
Almost
Like,
20
what are they going to
years.
look like?
Yeah.
I mean, because no matter who they bring in, it's not going to be John Harbaugh.
No.
And so there's going to be a change in the game plan and the
Yep.
pace. And how do you get a new coach to get these guys on defense to buy in? Like, you're going to go out there and light somebody up
Honestly,
the way they do.
Honestly, somebody that I could see filling that position amazingly, John Gruden.
I was just thinking about it, and I kind of like that.
I feel like that's like, as of right now, the only guy that's on the block that'd be able to fill that position.
Right.
But, I mean, one coach that I did not see getting fired. I don't agree with it whatsoever. I mean, the team, dog water, complete dog water this season. But Pete Carroll, I mean, it's your first season as head coach with the Raiders. You haven't been a head coach in, 3-4 years? I mean, you're going to get Fernando Mendoza as your quarterback. Hopefully, if their GM isn't an idiot, they'll
Right.
choose him. But, I mean, you're going to have a rookie quarterback and everything. Maybe it's because they didn't see him sticking around for too long since he's already retired before and
Yeah.
he's at the age that he is. But I love Pete Carroll. He's one of my favorite coaches of all time. I loved him at the Seahawks. I thought I was going to love him with the Raiders, but they played like how they did. But I really did not see him getting sacked after 1 year. I saw a post on Friday Beers, and it was like Black Monday, and it was all the head coaches that got fired. But I had saw the post, and Pete Carroll was in it. I was like, do they think that he's going to get fired? And then I immediately went on Twitter, looked up his name, and he had been fired like an hour before. And I was like, that's ridiculous, man.
I think optically drafting Genty where they did and then running the fourth fewest rushing plays per game
Right.
in
Yeah.
the NFL is a terrible look.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think that definitely you put on Pete Carroll. I mean, you're the play caller, and even if you're saying, oh, you gave the OC a lot of the reins, because maybe you did. Maybe their OC was calling the majority of the plays.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's to a point for me unfair because the Raiders are the Raiders, and I mean, look at what they gave Pete Carroll, and they said go win.
Yeah.
I mean, unreal. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of guys who are gonna be able to get that done.
Exactly.
You have Genty, and then Bowers had injuries this year, and then Geno Smith didn't play up to how they thought he would. And you're talking about they're going to draft Mendoza at 1. I'm not sure Mendoza's the answer. Me and Hoagie talked about this last night.
Yeah.
I don't love Mendoza. I think he's a product of Cignetti and their system and everything that got going on. And you put in, like we talked about, so many other Heisman quarterbacks, they're going to double his numbers and win a ring. And Mendoza might win a ring with Indiana this year, but I mean, who? I don't really think it's massively because of him. So I'm not sure Mendoza's even the answer, but I think the Raiders are just in such a dumpster fire right now. They've dug themselves a hole and they can't get out of it.
Yeah. I mean, you got Brady at the reins right now, making the decisions.
He's a partial owner. Like,
I know.
very partial.
Yeah, but they did say that for the next head coach, he's going to be one of the main guys in the room, like making the decisions and everything. I think they'll do good. I don't think that they're going to be as bad as they were this year, next year, at all. I really don't. But I really don't think that they should have fired.
They could not be worse.
Yeah, exactly.
They had the worst passing offense in the league.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a terrible rushing game.
Yeah.
They could not be any worse.
Yeah. I don't know. But one guy that is going to be worse next year. Team's going to be worse. Everything's going to be worse. Todd Bowles. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, this is like keeping a pile of trash with a headset on. I mean, I could coach better. John. That's the GM. I can coach way better than Todd Bowles. I think a 4-year-old that's barely learning English for the first time, English is his second language, and doesn't know the English alphabet, could probably coach better than Todd Bowles. Somebody even worse than Todd Bowles that's still on the staff, why is Josh Grizzard not fired yet? Why is he not fired? He turned Baker from a top 5 quarterback to a bottom 5 quarterback. He was one of the leads in picks this year. You completely wasted one of Mike Evans' possibly last year, maybe second to last year. You broke his 1,000-yard streak because of the amount of medicine balls you kept telling Baker to throw. I mean, Todd Bowles' defense is one of the worst defenses in the entire goddamn league. I mean, secondary. Why are we blitzing? Why are we continuing blitzing every single damn defensive play, Bowles? I mean, you need to start building up on that secondary. You are having your secondary dusted by the Jets. You let the Jets look good. You almost made the entire league think that, the Jets actually might do something this year because they just almost beat Tampa. And look what happened.
I remember that. I do remember that. And I think another team that's probably feeling the kind of thing you are right now is probably the Dolphins, who seemingly are not on the road to firing Mike McDaniel. Mm-hmm. He seems like he's staying. Yeah. And I don't get it. And you know what? If you want to turn Mike McDaniel into an offensive coordinator, awesome. Mm-hmm. He's not a head coach. I think we've seen that in Miami. I mean, he's hitting something on the sidelines. I mean, we've seen that picture a few years back. He's literally sneaking it in his hoodie.
Yeah.
I think he literally is because he makes the most bonehead decisions.
Yeah.
Him and Todd Bowles are inherently good coaches that just do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Constantly. And so,
I don't know if he's inherently a good coach. I think that what he brought as a young head coach and the amount of motion, he was different.
Yeah.
I think that once they figured him out and the motion wasn't so fresh, and everyone's doing that, then the defense isn't that disguised. And I don't think that he was a one-trick pony, I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that early offense was a little fluky.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think their offense, and we talked about this a lot with the Dolphins, the Dolphins' offense became so predictable. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's personnel. I don't know if that's McDaniel's play calling or if it's Tua, which frankly it might just be Tua.
Yeah,
because he's bad.
Too much brain
He's
damage.
bad. Tua's just not good, and we've talked about that too much at this point.
You think he has a at-home CAT scan machine? Like after every game, just all right, babe, gotta go in the machine for a little bit.
He probably should.
Yeah. He's got a back the tank at home, dude. I don't know if you're a Star Wars guy, dude. He's got to go recover, man. He's scrambled eggs up top.
Dude, that's a good one. And I mean, another team looking for potentially an OC, coaching staff changes, what I would call a major overhaul in coaching staff changes, would be the Kansas City Chiefs, who are currently on the hunt for a new offensive coordinator because thank God, Matt Nagy's out. And you've had to deal with Nagy. I've dealt with Nagy twice now. And for some reason, teams don't learn because the Titans want him as their head coach. What are we doing? They want him. Literally,
only way they could get worse.
They literally will be worse, objectively.
They saw what he did with Trubisky, and they said they wanted to sign up. Get Ward out of there, and we'll draft another quarterback right away, and then we can bring someone else in to win.
So there was that report that after 45 minutes after John got fired, there were 7 teams that called his agent and said, look, we want him. there are currently 7 head coaching jobs open right now,
Yeah.
including Baltimore. So that means that there is one team in the entire league that called asking if he's available that has a head coach. Personally, I believe that it was the Dolphins. Now that the Bucs are out, I fully thought it was the Bucs last night, but guess not. A bunch of idiots. But I now believe that it's the Dolphins. What team do you guys think it was?
I think it could be the Dolphins. I also think it could be the Giants. who
That
technically have
was
an
my
interim
second
head
choice.
coach in
Yeah.
Mike Kafka right
Yeah.
now. So I think it could be them too.
I think
Yeah.
it's the Giants.
I
Even
think
though I
it's the
like
Giants.
Kafka, I
I
think
do
that
too.
Kafka does bring some good things to New York.
Yeah, I honestly think it's one of the two. I
Yeah.
don't see another team being it. It was definitely all the other teams that have head coach openings because, like, I mean, that's a given. John Harbaugh's on the block. You're
Yeah,
doing
you're
it.
throwing the kitchen sink.
That's
Exactly.
an upgrade. That's a
Yeah,
big time upgrade.
big
For
time.
Whoever
almost
gets it.
any organization in football,
Yeah,
that's an upgrade.
Yeah, where do you think he's gonna go? Where do you think he's gonna what's his best fit? Because personally, as good as Giants interim is, I think he's a perfect fit.
I do
with
too.
Dart and Scatabo, whole team's coming back
I
healthy
do too.
next year.
When you're talking smash mouth team, has
Exactly.
a lot of good young defensive
Yeah.
players. He's going to hit people. He's going to go out there, probably get CTE. I'm looking at you, Scatabo. I think John Harbaugh is such a beautiful fit for
Yeah.
New York, and I hope he goes there. Genuinely, I want to see New York be good because they've got the players.
Yeah.
but I mean, Dable couldn't get it done yet again.
Yeah.
And by the way, we mentioned I felt it was kind of unfair for Dable to be fired this year with all the injuries. If you were going to do it, it should have been a different year.
Yeah.
But yeah, John Harbaugh in New York would be beautiful. Cinema.
A friend of mine mentioned him going to the Chargers, joining Jim, the Jimmy
Really?
John
That
combination.
would be really
What is
cool.
like the DC?
That would be
Handle the
really
defense,
sick.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never
Handle the
know.
defense. That
John-
would be sweet.
John
That would be
Harbaugh.
cool. I'd
Dude.
be a fan. I would enjoy that.
He'd be a hell of a DC. A hell of a DC.
I would love it if, if Bowles is going to stay, right?
Mhm.
I don't want him calling the defense
Yeah.
anymore. So they need to hire a DC. John in Tampa. I mean, it just makes sense. I fully thought that he was going to go down there last night before the reports came out that he was sticking around because he's got a daughter that's the captain of the lacrosse team at USF. He has family in Fort Myers. It just kind of makes sense that he would at least even take a look at it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't see him being a DC. I see him being a head coach, more money and more spotlight.
For sure.
I mean, but I would love it. I would absolutely love it.
If you haven't noticed up to this point in the show, Duffy thinks that everything and everyone is going to go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Max Crosby next year.
He was saying
Just get
Tomlin.
yourself
He
in
was
red.
saying Tomlin recently, and that he'd bring T.J. Watt.
Jesus.
It's possible.
And he genuinely thinks Max Crosby is going to be a Buck.
I can see it. Send Antoine Winfield up there.
Dude,
Send Antoine
You better
Winfield to
send
Vegas.
Winfield and Baker and Godwin and Evans and 3 firsts. If
Trust.
you want Max
Well,
Trust.
look,
Crosby.
who did they? We got. I got Mac from them. My Bears got Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
At not a bad price,
Yeah.
and that
I mean-
was the impact that we needed.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
difference that makes bringing in
Yeah.
an edge rusher of that caliber.
I can
is-
completely see it. I'm being so honest. There's been rumors all season. There was rumors right at the trade deadline, and there was rumors during the offseason last year that he was at least looking at Tampa.
Uh-huh.
I can see it. I can see it happening.
Maybe
I
so.
mean, you need a starlight in that defense, especially with considering I'm almost 99.9% positive that Levante is retiring this
Yeah.
year. So I mean, you get Max Crosby in to replace him as captain of the defense. Ship might be turning correctly. The ship might
Maybe.
be veering its path.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, some guys that are up there right now, like I talked about Chiefs looking for an offensive coordinator. Eric Bieniemy, who has said openly, if the Chiefs want him back, he will go. So that is a guy, oh my God, Eric Bieniemy back in Kansas City. I would pass out. I'd be so happy. He, for those of you that don't know, he was the OC when Pat Mahomes was lighting up the league. Before he got all, safe and weird and Nagy came over. He's when Pat was throwing 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards, Eric Bieniemy. Another one who has been mentioned and who Andy Reid said he won't turn down if Pat Mahomes wants him, Cliff Kingsbury.
I like.
I
Kingsbury.
love that fit.
Yeah.
It's a
Patrick
perfect
Mahomes
fit.
is college head coach. He's a quarterback whisperer. He's a guy that's got a lot of moxie, a lot of imagination on the offensive side of the ball. And then Mike Kafka, who is probably my third favorite out of the 3, obviously. But that's what they're looking at.
I could see Cliff.
Yeah.
I can 100%
I would love
see
it.
that.
I would love it. And to keep it there, just really quick. Today, some news broke out that Rashee Rice may potentially be in trouble again. This is my life as a Chiefs fan. Pat Mahomes just can't have any receivers, clearly. They always just get in trouble. Tyreek Hill almost got kicked out of the league. Rashee Rice almost did last year, and now he probably will. His girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, baby mama, whatever you want to call her, posted on social media this evening with pictures of her face bruised and beaten, and came out and said that Rashee Rice has been beating her, abusing her, threatening her, has been a bad father, all these things for years, on the better half of 8 years now. All came out today. So we're potentially looking at a Rashee Rice exit from Kansas City.
Yeah.
If not, the NFL, depending on if this all comes out to be true and how they want to handle it.
The Chiefs just actually sent out a statement as of 10 minutes ago. The club is aware of the allegations on social media and is in communication with the National Football League. We have no further comment at this time.
Woo! Woo! Carnell Tate, you may be getting taken now. Round 1, pick 9.
That shakes up the NFL draft.
Instead of Jeremiah Love, it may be Carnell Tate.
Sure.
God damn it, I was so ready for Jeremiah Love. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was so good to be back. Get Hoagie in the building, introduce the new host, have some fun in here, talking ball. It's what we do. It's what we love to do. Little meat and potatoes this episode, but a lot of fun things coming, a lot of good segments, get in the green screen room again, run some new stuff that you haven't seen yet. We're excited. What do you guys have to say?
I mean, as I said at the beginning of the episode, I think last semester was fun. I think this one's going to be great. I think it's going to be a million times better. I think we're going to have more interviews, more live shows. I'm loving the live shows. That was so much fun. I definitely want to do it again. And as you said, segments. That's gonna be the main goal for this semester. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming. I'm looking forward to getting underway with these guys and really making some stuff happen.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've had an absolute blast today, fellas. It's been great shopping with you.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, great addition to the team, and you guys are going to see that. So, as always, today is a great day to have a pulse because this is where sports come alive. And my man Duffy, close it out. You know what to say.
This is The Pulse.